In today's video, we are gonna see what happens if every team has their best tight end in Madden history. Now, actual individual ratings in the 99 club did not start until Madden 99, so that is where we started our research. Huge thanks to MaddenRatings.weebly.com. That's where I got all of these ratings from. If you ever wanted to double check me and see for yourself, you can go ahead and do it on that website. They give you every team's rating for every single player on that team dating all the way back to Madden 99. Also, if the best tight end is already on the team, I added the second best tight end in that franchise's history. It wouldn't make sense to punish them for already having their best tight end. No, they get 2 elite tight ends instead of 1. Clones are allowed. There are multiple tight ends that are the best tight end for multiple franchises. And finally, 93 overall and down, I gave them superstar. 94 overall and up, I gave them X Factor. And please bear with me on the face scans, okay? Madden does not give you every face scan available, so I did my best, but some of them look a little different. Before we begin, we got a few super chats. Hot Rod 2456 says, I love your video, CK, you're the man. Can we get a positions tournament? Example, a team of wide receivers versus a team of running backs. Now, a great YouTuber by the name of NTE already did a positions tournament a while ago. Check out his playlist, he did a great job on it. Don't want to step on any toes, so I'm not gonna be doing that, but yeah, thanks for the donation. And then Will Hutton 1516 says, who would win the Super Bowl when every team is literally just their backups? That's another one that another great YouTuber did. RBT a couple years ago did that experiment, so check it out. But still, thanks for the donations. Now let's get right into the video. First up on the Chicago Bears, he's one half of the Bennett brothers. Martellus was a 90 overall back in Madden 16. As for the Cincinnati Bengals, their best tight end is also a 90 overall. Tyler Eifert back in Madden 17. On to the Buffalo Bills. Their best tight end was all the way back before most of y'all were born. Jay Remersma was an 89 overall in Madden 01. A lot of you guys know him from Undisputed, even though he's moving on to other things. But back in his day, he was one of the best tight ends to ever do it, and he got rewarded with a 100 overall in Madden 99. Obviously, we can't make that happen, but the Broncos get a 99 overall Shannon Sharp. The Cleveland Browns' best tight end ever was back in Madden 09 when they had a 97 overall Kellen Winslow. As for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, their best tight end was only a few Maddens ago when they had Gronk at a 95 overall in Madden 21. Now, the Arizona Cardinals' best tight end is already on their team. Zach Ertz started Madden 23 at an 84 overall, but their second best tight end ever was a tie between Freddie Jones from Madden 03 and 05 and Jermaine Gresham from Madden 17. So we had to go to the wheel for the first time in the video, and they told us to use Freddie Jones. So now the Cardinals have 284 overall tight ends to work with. The best tight end in Chargers history was Antonio Gates, 99 overall in 07, 09, and Madden 12. The Chiefs' best tight end ever is actually a tie. Okay, Kelsey at a 99 is tied with Tony Gonzalez, who was a 99 back in Madden 02. So they might be the favorite in this experiment with 299 overall tight ends. The Indianapolis Colts' best tight end ever was back in Madden 11 and Madden 12 when they had Dallas Clark, 96 overall. The second best tight end in Madden history for Washington was Chris Cooley, who was a 92 in Madden 09, very close second. But Jordan Reed, a 94 in Madden 19, is who they're gonna be adding to the squad. The Dallas Cowboys' best tight end was in Madden 09, 10, and 11 when they had a 97 overall Jason Witten. You had to go all the way back to Madden 07 for the Miami Dolphins' best tight end in Madden history. Randy McMichael, a 92 overall. Is this the first clone? I think it might be, but we're gonna get the Hurts to Ertz connection in Philadelphia. Zach was a 93 overall in Madden 20. For the second time in a video, a franchise is gonna add Tony Gonzalez to their team. ATL gets a 98 overall from Madden 10 and Madden 11. Now, the Niners' best tight end in Madden history is actually another tie between George Kittle at a 96, who was already on the team, and then Vernon Davis from Madden 11, also a 96. So San Fran now has two 96 overall tight ends to work with. If you have not already liked the video, I'm not gonna lie, that would shock me. The Giants are gonna add Jeremy Shockey, who was a 97 overall back in Madden 07. And I gotta let you guys know, I'm gonna give away a PS5 over on my Twitter once we reach 500 followers. We're growing fast. I appreciate all you guys. But one day I would love to give away a Mercedes. Lewis is the new tight end one for Jacksonville. He was a 90 overall in Madden 12. The New York Jets' best tight end in Madden history was Dustin Keller, an 85 overall in Madden 12. Don't have to go too far back for the Lions' best tight end in Madden history. TJ Hawkinson was an 89 at the start of Madden 23. Our second 100 overall of the video belongs to the Green Bay Packers.
Another one.
Mark Chmura was the max overall in Madden 99, and a 99 is the best we can do for him. Nowadays, people know him as a sportscaster, but don't forget how good Greg Olsen was for Carolina. He was a 93 overall back in Madden 17. Now, the New England Patriots, believe it or not, have a tie. Ben Coates was a 99 overall in Madden 99, and you already know Gronk was a 99 in Madden 16, 17, and 19. We spun the wheel, and it ended up landing on Rob Gronkowski, so yet another franchise gets to see the Gronk spike in full effect. New England has a new tight end one. The second highest overall tight end in Raiders history was Zach Miller at an 89 in Madden 12, but it's Darren Waller, who was a 93 overall in Madden 22. A very close second for Los Angeles was Jared Cook at an 87 overall in Madden 25.
But their best was
Randy McMichael, 88 overall in Madden 08. The Ravens already have a really good tight end in Mark Andrews, but the best tight end in their history at the start of any Madden season was Todd Heap, 96 overall back in Madden 05. Next, we have a guy who played multiple sports at a very high level. Jimmy Graham on the New Orleans Saints was a 97 in Madden 15, but he's not done yet. He's also the best tight end for the Seattle Seahawks. He was a 95 overall in the very next Madden, Madden 16. The Pittsburgh Steelers' best tight end was back in Madden 09 when they had a 92 overall Heath Miller leading the way. As for the Houston Texans, they had an 88 overall Owen Daniels back in Madden 09 as well. And the final tie of the video belongs to the Tennessee Titans. They had a 93 overall Delaney Walker in Madden 17, 18, and 19, and a 93 overall Frank Wycheck in Madden 01. So we spun the wheel for the last time, and they told us to add Delaney. So that's the new tight end one for the Titans. And the Vikings already have a 90 overall TJ Hawkinson. But remember, they didn't start the season with him. So their actual best tight end at the start of any Madden season was Jermaine Wiggins, a 90 overall at the start of Madden 07. 6'2", 272. That's a big boy. And that's some big additions we've made to every single roster. Get your predictions in now. Plenty of time. Next 10-15 seconds. Pause it if you need to. Who's gonna represent both conferences in the Super Bowl? Give me your matchup. Now we only have one thing left to do, and that's simulate to find out which of these tight ends gonna have the biggest impact on their team. No surprise, the Chiefs end up with the 1 seed. Shannon and the Broncos end up second. The Ravens, Bills, Bengals, Titans, and Jaguars all make it. Browns and Jets finish above 500, but they can't squeak in. Texans go 8-9, not too bad. And the Raiders end up with the final seed. As for the NFC, the Eagles go 15-2 with Ertz back on the squad. Saints and Jimmy Graham end up second. Tony G and the Falcons third. The Lions, Cowboys, Seahawks, and Niners make it. You gotta feel bad for the Commanders. They finished above 500 and they still miss out. Here's how the rest of the NFC shaped up. Bears went 1-16. Oh no. Gotta feel bad for them. We're gonna go team by team. Martellus Bennett, 69 catches. Pretty solid season, man. Eifert, third leading receiver on the Bengals. He had 1,000 yards, 107 receptions, tied for the most. Jay on the Bills was the starter, but somehow Dawson ended up with better stats. So a very solid fourth option right there for Josh Allen. They're in the playoffs. Shannon, 79 catches, 811 yards on the Broncos. Another really solid passing game. Winslow, 847 yards, 75 catches for the Browns. Gronk, less than 50 yards away from 1,000 on the Buccaneers. Freddie Jones, 700 yards receiving with 72 receptions for Arizona. Antonio, 51 yards away from 1,000. Remember, that's a crowded wide receiver core. But look at Kelsey, 1,100 yards. Tony G, 953. I don't know if any team has ever had two tight ends get 1,000 yards, but this is probably the closest you're ever going to see. Dallas Clark was second on the Colts in yards. First in receptions. Jordan Reed, 1,000-yard season for Washington. They had 4,000-yard receivers, and they didn't make the playoffs, man. That's just unfortunate. Jason Witten, 102 receptions, 1,000 yards. Another team with 4,000-yard receivers, man. Dolphins had 3. McMichael, unfortunately, was not one of them, but still had a great season. 8 receiving touchdowns. Zach Ertz was second on the Eagles with 80 receptions, had almost 800 yards. But Tony G might have one of the best seasons we've seen so far. 102 receptions, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns for the Falcons. Another team with 4 1,000-yard receivers. Now Kittle is tied for their best tight end ever, so he got the majority of the tight end 1 reps. Vernon Davis got 3 touchdowns and 11 catches. I guess the Niners don't run too many 2 tight end sets, but they still made the playoffs. That's all that matters. Jeremy Shockey, 776 yards, 4th on the Giants, but had the most receiving touchdowns. Mercedes Lewis had the most receptions on the Jags, 3rd most yards. Keller had a 1,000-yard season, 100 catches and 12 touchdowns. Nasty season for the Jets. Hawkinson on the Lions had a really nice season, 70 catches, 700 yards. Mark Chmura, 10 touchdowns for the Packers, 88 receptions, almost 1,000 yards. Greg Olsen, 5th leading receiver on the Panthers. Bryce Young definitely spread the ball around a lot. Gronk, 2nd on the Patriots with 971 receiving yards, 81 catches, 7 touchdowns, tied for the most. Darren Waller, 2nd on the Raiders with 1,000 yards receiving, 8 touchdowns. Cooper Kupp took over 2,000 receiving yards. So McMichael ended up 4th with only 662. Still a really solid season for a tight end. Todd Heap was 3rd on the Ravens with 781 receiving yards. Most receptions. Jimmy Graham, 7 yards away from 1,000 on the Saints, was 2nd on their team in receiving touchdowns. He was tied for 1st in receiving touchdowns on the Seahawks. 4th most yards. Geno spread the ball around a lot. On the Steelers, Heath Miller, 67 catches, 620 yards. Owen Daniels had a 1,000-yard season with 10 touchdowns for the Texans. Delaney, 692 receiving yards, 68 receptions, most on the Titans. And then Jermaine Wiggins, 647 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns. Gonna do a quick scroll through of the passing stats. Baker, top 2. Burrow leads the way in passing yards. We're gonna go all the way down. You can pause if necessary to see your quarterback. And here's the rushing stats. Derrick Henry did his thing, had the most yards in the NFL during this simulation. MVP goes to Lamar Jackson. I don't think we're going to see any tight ends in the top 10, but maybe they can be in the top 10 for OPOY. Lamar takes it home in the AFC, and then Cooper Kupp takes it home in the NFC. No top 10 tight end finish, and there's not even a best tight end award, which is unfortunate. We had a high scoring wild card round. The Jags beat the Ravens 49-45. Niners beat the Saints. Bengals take care of the Bills. The Lions get revenge on Dallas for the last time they met in the playoffs. Shannon Sharp goes home, courtesy of the Tennessee Titans, and then the Falcons and Tony G took care of Jimmy Graham in Seattle. But then they lost to Detroit. Hawkinson is headed to the conference championship game. Eifert and the Bengals beat the Titans and Delaney Walker. The Eagles and Ertz, after a 15-2 season, lose their first playoff game to the Niners. And then the Chiefs take care of Jacksonville and Mercedes Lewis. So now we have 1 seed Kansas City along with Kelsey and Tony G taking on Eifert, Burrow, and the Bengals. On the other side, the 7 seed Niners with Vernon Davis, George Kittle, and company taking on Hawkinson in Detroit. Gonna watch the first drive from each of these teams, see how they're looking looking early on. We got some rain. Joe Mixon, first carry of the game. Only ends up getting one. There's Eifert. Chiefs with a 3-man rush. Burrow, plenty of time. Throws it right into the dirt. Miscommunication between him and Mixon. This rain must be affecting them more than we think. 3rd and 9. 4-man rush this time. Burrow, bottom of the screen, finds his receiver, but Boyd ends up a yard short. 3 and out for Cincy on their first drive. And ladies and gentlemen, this might be the nastiest tight end duo you will ever see. Gonzalez and Kelsey on the field at the same time. Travis gets the first catch. I don't blame them for having both of them in the game. That's what the Niners should have done, and maybe they are doing it. Maybe, who knows? But I don't know. I don't think they are, because Vernon would have way more catches if they were. Mahomes dotting them up, even in all this rain. Look at the catch from Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Now Mahomes is going to go under center. 3rd and goal. Gonzalez at fullback blocking. Pacheco can't get there. What a stop by this Bengals D. So I'm going to assume they're taking 3. No! They end up getting the touchdown, going for 2 and not getting it. Crazy start to this AFC Championship game. We are on the seesaw. The Bengals took the lead in the second, but the Chiefs stormed back. Now they have a nice lead in the 4th quarter. 2-possession game. The Bengals get a touchdown. There's the extra point, and it all comes down to this. Evan McPherson with abilities and all. The onside kick is recovered by the hands team on Kansas City. Kadarius Toney sends the Chiefs into the next round. What a thriller. Every time these two teams go at it, it's always a great game. Burrow versus Mahomes. Just a nasty game. Crazy stat lines all over the place. All 3 tight ends that got playing time and got a touchdown, man. This is just incredible. Time to see the Lions and the Niners go at it. Detroit ends up with the ball first. Goff on a play action. They have much better weather than the other 2 teams. He's gonna lob it up straight into the hands of Hufanga on the first play of the game. Not sure what he was looking at. Prime opportunity for San Fran to take a lead early on in this one. McCaffrey's first carry goes for only 2. Juszczyk in the game. I mean, just so many studs at every position on this offense. A very scary one. They can block tremendously well. McCaffrey inside the 15. Davis on the left. Kittle on the right. Too easy for McCaffrey. Niners take the first lead of the game. Gonna be an uphill battle for Detroit. Down early in this one. 14-0. There you go. Finally get some points. They are fighting. Not going away easily. Only down 4 at halftime. Gotta be happy with that. They're actually tied at the start of 4th quarter. Niners take a touchdown advantage. Then it's tied again, and Detroit takes the lead. 2nd and 8. Last play of the game. Purdy has to go to the end zone. He doesn't. Ayuk gets tackled short, and Detroit is gonna have a chance to win their first Super Bowl in franchise history. Montgomery went bonkers on the ground. Davis didn't even catch 1 football. It was all Kittle. Hawkinson did his thing. This is actually the week 1 matchup at the start of next season. Lions versus Chiefs. So maybe this is a preview. Amon-Ra with the first catch of the game for Detroit. They gotta be riding high after that huge win against San Fran. Nobody expected them to come back and put on that performance. Great stop by Charles Omenihu, pushing them back into a 3rd and long. Let's see where Goff decides to go. Incomplete, intended for a tight end. Now, how does the Chiefs offense operate on their first possession? Kadarius fighting for the first. The 2 elite tight ends on the left side blocking. McKinnon goes to the right. If I'm him, I go right behind those guys, but it's a 3rd and 1. He gets another chance. This time he goes to the left. Not only did he not get it, but there's a flag. Holding. So great job by both defenses to start this game. Who's gonna strike first? Detroit gets the first points of the game. 2 field goals, but then the Chiefs get a safety. That has to be a good luck charm. If you force a safety in the Super Bowl, 9 times out of 10, I think you're gonna win. I don't know the exact stats on that, but I mean, hey, it's looking like it's the truth. Kansas City with 299 overall tight ends wins the Super Bowl. No shock here. Detroit, though, had a phenomenal season, getting all the way to the Super Bowl, putting on a valiant effort against this stacked squadron. But the Chiefs end up with another Super Bowl win. Mahomes and company were just a little bit too good. There you have it. This is what would happen if every team had their best tight end in Madden history. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.